Good morning and welcome to the 7th stop of the Called Mission Tour and the 2nd stop of what is turning into a homecoming tour for me. Last week I was in Greenville, South Carolina where my vocation was born, and this week I am in Durham, North Carolina at Immaculate Conception Church where I spent my pastoral year. I'm excited to see the people that helped formed me for my solemn profession, ready to preach, so let's go. And I forgot something at the house. But no, the things I needed were not at the house, they were in the trunk of my car the whole time. Oh well. Let's hope those are the biggest mistakes I gotta deal with today. We got much weightier things to do, so let's get at it. Time to go to Mass. Alright, I am feeling much better right now. No more mistakes today because I am with Margie, who is the Director of Faith Formation and Stewardship. And you know, the pastor is technically in charge of the parish, but you know, I think Margie kind of runs this place. She is always here early. She knows everyone, what's going on with them. Is there anything you don't know about this parish?
I don't know. I've been here a long time, so I know a lot of stuff.
Wonderful pastoral minister. The church is blessed to have her, and I'm blessed to be back with her.
Well, and we're blessed that Casey was here this morning with us. He gave a great homily, inspired a lot of people, and I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of people who want to come hear more from him. I heard in my pew, everyone was like, I'm so glad he's back. I'm glad to hear him. So we were glad you were here.
So good times so far.
Yay!
So there you go, a good Sunday morning, 7:45, 9:30, 11:15 Mass is all done. Great time, no major mistakes, which is always good, no fatalities, always a plus. Got to meet a lot of people, got to see a lot of old friends, and unfortunately it's about 1 o'clock now. My day's kind of done, it's kind of a light day, but it's not done for the parish. You see, this parish is dynamic in that it's got English and Spanish, and so there's a 1:30 and a 5 o'clock Mass, which are both really big masses. The problem is I don't speak Spanish, and so I can't exactly serve, I can't exactly preach. So I'm running to get some food right now. I'm gonna be back for the end of the Mass just to say hi, hola, ¿cómo estás, things like that. But yeah, gotta take it easy for the rest of the day, which is nice, especially since the gospel is all about resting with Jesus. Gotta practice what you preach, right? So there is one benefit to not serving at the Mass, and that's that I can actually go get some footage of it. So why don't we go take a sneak peek? I think it's communion time. Alright, so that is not a replacement of the slow-mo overview of the church. We'll do that tomorrow when it's a little less busy. Just wanted to show you the activity in the church, how packed it was. It's great to get a little footage. I'm hanging out in the back of the church now because I may or may not be doing an announcement in Spanish. I don't know. So I'm just going to wait for my name and see how it goes. Wish me luck.
So let's get back to Casey.
Yeah, I wasn't so lucky. I was standing in the back just gonna wave, but Mario made me get up, made me speak. I had nothing prepared. I don't think I said any bad words, so people laughed and they clapped, so that must be good. Now we're ready for the absolute chaos. Get ready to see this. Whew, got out alive. So many people, so much going on, so many ministries, so many awkward conversations in which I pretended I understood what they were saying but just said, sí, gracias, having absolutely no idea what was going on. I survived, and it's such a great example of how the church is alive today. We may look at our churches in English, some places, some dioceses, struggling to get people, but the Latino church is not facing that. The Spanish speakers are growing, they're alive, and a church like this is a perfect example of it. It's always good to remember that. It's so encouraging to see that even though the faith may not be what it is near us, it is alive all around the world. We are a worldwide church. So with that said, I've got about 2 hours, gonna go back to the house and relax, and then it's back for another adventure. Except to do that, I gotta walk this way because I didn't park over there. I parked 2 blocks that way. This has not been a good day remembering things. All right, it's about 5:45, heading back to church for the last Mass of the day, the announcements, the meet and greet. And I was thinking about this homecoming tour that I'm on the last 2 weeks, and really for the next 3 or 4, and how different each of them feel. You see, Greenville is the place of my past. It's a place I go on pilgrimage, a place I found my vocation and grew in faith. And so when I go home, it feels like I'm going home to family. Look, the son has returned and how much he's grown up. When I go to Durham, it's a place where I was already a friar, I was already a minister. I spent 10 months here in depth, teaching and preaching and leading things. And so I return, I kind of go home as a coworker. I go home knowing a lot more people because it was only a year ago. And it just has a very different feeling. And I guess what I'm saying is that while Greenville will always be #1 in my book, Durham just has a special place in my heart for me, which is why I have this announcement. So as a number of you know, I was ordained the transitional diaconate a few months ago, meaning that I'm planning on becoming a priest one day. And for the last couple months, I said I didn't know when that would be. Well, I am happy to announce now that I not only have a date, I have a place. June 22nd, 2019, I will be ordained right here, meaning that in about 11 months, I will lay on the floor right here, and then I'll get up and I'll kneel right here, put my hands together and be ordained right on this very spot. That's kind of cool and also incredibly terrifying. So yeah, let's look forward to that 11 months from now. And in the meantime, how about we get a tour of the church, yeah? Over the last couple months, I've been to a lot of different churches with many different styles. Some simple, some ornate, some old, some new. But I gotta say, we're getting pretty close to my aesthetic with this church here. Just very simple, huge ceiling, beautiful brick, stone, earthiness feel to it, a lot of natural light. Just a beautiful church to me, a place that I love to pray in, and I am just honored that this is the place that I will be ordained. Now, if you're like everyone else that I've told this so far, you're less concerned about when I'll sit in a chair like this, and more concerned with where. Where's my first assignment gonna be, and do I have a say in the matter? In short, I don't know, and no, not exactly. Now, long gone are the days when we just get a letter in the mail and we get our obedience and that's where we go. It's much more of a conversation. We discern together. We look at what I'm good at, what I can offer, and what the province needs. We go together, we have a conversation, and we see what comes of it. I have no idea how this process will go, where I'll end up, but I appreciate all your prayers in the process. You will know as soon as I do. Okay, maybe not as soon as I know, but you know what I mean. I'll be happy to share the whole process with you. I'm excited to see what comes of it. But it's kind of a long way away, and I've kind of got something to do right now because, you know, the whole mission thing. So why don't I go do that first? All right, so after watching that last clip, I feel compelled to point out that that was filmed about 20 minutes before the talk. So in case you thought that there were only 5 people showing up to the talk, which is kind of embarrassing, there weren't. There were about 85 people that came, so yeah, I just felt like I needed to say that. Anyway, now that that's covered, welcome to Wednesday morning, the last day of the mission. While most of the missions have been going just Monday and Tuesday, I'm doing a final session here on Wednesday. We found that doing a dual session in the mornings wasn't really working, but the pastor wanted to offer something for the daily Mass crowd, those who might not come out at night. So I'm about to preach at the noon Mass, and I'll be offering just a quick little session, maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes. So yeah, just about to wrap it up. Gotta go get vested, and I will see you in a minute. So, funny story, today is the feast of St. James, and so in my homily today I'm talking about how he's an apostle, how he gave up his life for the faith, how he was beheaded, except he wasn't beheaded, and I don't know where that came from. And so at the end of the Mass I had said, well, can I just make an announcement? I don't know why I said that. He wasn't actually beheaded, just in case you're confused. Please don't believe that's true. And so I thought, well, we make mistakes, oh well. Until I got out of Mass, I'm standing right here, and a woman comes up to me and she says, "Brother, I'm a bit confused, maybe I'm wrong. Aren't you supposed to be wearing red today?" And I look down and I'm wearing green, and I look at the priest and he's wearing green too. And I just thought, man, one of those days. God reminds us to be humble, that we're not always in control and not always perfect. But you know what? I'll survive. I think it was a great mission. I was very happy to be here in Durham. I gave another 45-minute talk this morning. I thought it went really well. And most of all, I'm done right now. My bags are packed, I am ready to go, and I am going on vacation. My parents live about 2.5 hours from here, and I'm taking a week. A week off where no homilies, no talks, probably no videos, sorry about that, but you know, I need to refresh, I need to rejuvenate, and hopefully we'll be back next week with even better stuff now. So without further ado, peace.